In July of this year, Sangam and Bradford Yacht came together for the third series of intensive workshops. This is the story of that journey. Sangam are a South Asian arts organisation who have been successfully bringing people together through arts for 11 years. Sangam use arts as a strategic tool in engaging people with positive activities, particularly targeting hard-to-reach groups and those who are underrepresented. We deliver various creative art forms to encourage positive interaction, increase participation and use arts to bring people together. Through partnership with the Yacht, we have worked with a focused agenda, ensuring that we deliver work which is in need and appreciated by young people, delivering provisions to young people through 4 key areas: education, participation, equality of opportunity and empowerment. Through this project, Sangam have engaged and supported young people, broadening their horizons by encouraging them to participate, learn new skills, be creative in their work and develop their arts interests. This has been done allowing young people easy access to various art forms. Kicking off with a visit to the National Museum of Photography, Film and Television, the young people have gone on to engage in pinhole photography, graffiti, lyric writing and DJ skills. The young people who have participated in the workshops have undoubtedly gained confidence from the workshops. Participants have shown increased positivity and self-worth, being very honest about their offending, showing their understanding of the implications of life choices they have made, and remorse for mistakes along life's journey. They have been empowered by the opportunity to record their lyric and DJ skills, present their work at the Alhambra studio and receive achievement awards. It is hoped that the success of this project will nurture further work with the Youth Offending Team and other organisations investing in the young people of Bradford.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a bit crap.
No, I think I work.
Hi, my name's Emma Melling and I'm the Youth Arts Officer for Sangam. Sangam have been bringing people together through South Asian arts for over 11 years now, and here they team up with Bradford Youth Offending Team to help young people gain some new skills in arts and to build their self-esteem. This is the third time that Bradford Youth Offending Team and Sangam have come together to do a series of 13 weeks of workshops. In my eyes, this project has been extremely successful in furthering the development of these young people. It will be great to see further projects happen with the artists, with the Youth Offending Team and with other young people. Although this project wasn't able to target a large number of young people, I do feel that the young people who are involved really benefited and gained a lot from it.
My name's Emma Allen. I'm 15, nearly 16. I got involved in Sangam about 4 weeks ago. Today I'm producing my own music. It's just been great fun, like you, Michelle, you just all chilled out with us. You just you just let us have fun with it. What's best bit being me and Cider doing my song together. That's just been a laugh because Cider's just so chilled out. And I'm glad I got involved in this because it's just done me some good. Because I didn't even know I had this side of talent in me. It's really good fun. Biggest challenge actually coming here today to produce it. This is the biggest challenge, and then finally presenting it in front of all them people. That is the biggest challenge I've ever been set. Just great fun.
How did it feel picking your award up last week?
Nerve-wracking, it was really nerve-wracking, but to hear how many people actually nominated me for it, that was just amazing. It just proves how well I have done.
It does. There were a lot of people backing you that night.
Yeah, there were. Everybody was just so proud of me, especially my nan, because my nan just didn't think I had it in me, just to behave and, do stuff. She just didn't think I had it in me because, I've been in a lot of trouble, but since I come out of where I went, I've behaved, I've kept my curfew, this, that and other. Produced all my work, I'm involved in art. Now I've just turned myself around and I'm proud of myself.
So you should be.
Yeah, and I've just done so well.
Do you think you'll keep it up?
Yeah, I think I do because this side's good to me now. Because I'm getting a lot of respect back off of other people. Because I'm actually giving them the respect to start off with. So, it's all good. Future thoughts? I want to get on an arts and crafts course and a business course. I want to get GCSEs in it and I want to finally open my own business.
What?
Selling arts and crafts. The ones I produce. so it's going to be hard, but I've got it in me, I can do it. My mum knows I can, so I've just got to prove to them and to myself most of all that I can do it, and I am capable of being this mature person that I've been told I am. I've just got to have the right attitude now, and from now on, when this all finishes, I've just got to get on and do it and just avoid all that bad stuff, because it's just changed me.
How do you think you're going to get through those low times, when you really, nothing's going on and it's quiet and
just be around people, just be with my mum, it's what I do. I stay in at weekends now because at weekends I'm very tempted, just to go off at rails and misbehave. I just stay at home, it's so much easier, because if I'm with people it don't bother me as long as I'm home. What's the point of me going out? There's no one to go out to see, so I might as well stay home where it's safe.
Do you think, looking back, that you've made choices, you're able to make better choices?
Yeah, it's better for me, because this year, it's like now, I just wouldn't have thought I'd be sat here, I thought, you're just a mess. I wouldn't have my mum supporting me and that. It's just weird.
Good weird.
Yeah, good weird. I would like to say, thank you for, being there for me and supporting me, because if it weren't for them people there supporting me and saying, yeah, you can do this, I don't think I would have been able to do it.
What advice would you give to other people in future that are going to go through what
Listen to your mum. Just listen to your family, because your family is always right. My mum were right, and I did end up where I ended up, and my mum said I would, and I did, and now I've got out of that situation, and now you just, grow up, basically, and, stop being selfish and just thinking about yourself, start thinking about others.
What about other people in your life? Who have been good influences, who've helped you through these hard times?
Yacht workers and my mum especially, because my mum's believed in me a lot and supported me a lot through it all. My mum could have turned around and said to me, I don't want naught to do with you, but she didn't. She stuck by my side and she looked after me. And I think that's really important, because once you lose your mum, who have you got? Because your mum's the most important person.
What about your friends? Are there certain friends that you've dropped by the wayside?
No, I've just left my friends alone, because that's who got me into trouble. Bad influences got me into trouble. And now I'm with the good influences, doing me some good. I've been to prison, I've done this, I've done that. But I've come out and I've changed my life for the better. It's just weird. But it's good.
Like a dream.
Yeah. I just didn't think I was capable of this. But obviously I am. And people have given me the time to hear me out and to support me. I think it's really good. Now, well, I just didn't think I was going to get anywhere. I thought I'm not going to be in school, and, I'm just going to be on dole for the rest of my life. Not having no one, not even having my mum's support, and, it's just daft. It was really daft. I was just being an immature, silly little baby.
Did you feel lonely?
Yeah, I felt alone because nobody wanted to know me, because I was being a little cow, to be honest. But it's all changed. I've just been selfish. But now, I just don't know.
Now you've got prospects.
Yeah.
People that care about you.
Yeah.
They do. And all your barriers are down. So you're open to it. You're open to learning and creativity and all these different art forms that are coming your way.
That's it. And I just got to take them. Grab these opportunities while they're open for me. Because if I turn them down, they're not going to be there in a couple of months when I really need it. Yeah, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that, but do it, because you'll get something good out of it in the end. Don't say no straight away. Give it a go. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Find something else. That's why I'm keeping my options open on arts and crafts. Because if I just do ceramics, I've no other options. Because I could turn around a couple of months later. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. But I won't have the degree to do that. I'll only have a certain degree to do this.
The best things that I've enjoyed are the DJing and the poem writing. I felt nervous and I felt like that I couldn't do it and that I wasn't capable of doing it. Now I feel that I'm more confident and I know where I might be going in life. I feel confident, I know where I'm going in life.
What have you enjoyed most out of all the things?
First thing I did was I started doing graffiti, and I started doing some graffiti and doing some design work, and then after that I went on to doing it on a board, and then I had to use the actual paint freehand for the first time and just do it without rubbing it out or anything. I think Jed was amazing. He helped me out a lot. He made me feel more confident and he made me feel like I can do it. That he wanted to push me and he wanted me to do well. Then I started working with Michelle Scally-Clark, and she's a dub poet, and she started off with telling her about her own lifestyle and how she started writing poetry. And she told us to empty our closets and spit things out on a piece of paper about what we were feeling. And then we went on to doing DJing skills to fit some music into our words of our poetry and then actually perform it or record it in a recording studio. I inspired her because she's so lively and she's honest and she's so giving, I don't know, full of spirit. And she makes you feel really good about yourself and she makes you want to do well. I think DJ Boomer helped me a lot with actually fitting my words into the actual tune, the rhythm, and he helped me with some DJing skills and taught me how to use different equipment. I feel more confident about myself. I feel like I can do it and that I will get somewhere in the future. I feel that my perceptions changed about myself. I didn't think I'd get anything out of it.
Do you think you were stuck in a rut maybe?
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get anything out of this.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't know I could get anything out of it. Didn't think I was going to actually do performing and actually do my paintings and actually, everyone looking at it and saying, wow, Sally, you've done well. Everyone praising me, it feels nice. I think that in the future I'll go a long way ahead and that I will actually achieve something. The workers have helped me understand myself and understand what I'm capable of and to believe in myself and that I can do it and that I will get somewhere in the future if I put my heart to it. I'd like to learn a lot of new skills and fun things to do like aromatherapy, different kind of therapy, photography maybe, which I might have missed out before. Maybe a few other things that might be interesting that they might have on board. Michelle's taught me to love myself, love what I'm thinking, to believe in myself and that I can do it and I can achieve something if I put my heart to it and I really know what I want in life. Beforehand, I just left it to my friends and everyone else telling me what to do maybe and what might be right for me, and I was just copying other people and peer pressure. But now I do what I think might be best or I think that I want or what I want to do within myself. My feelings before I started this was I didn't think I'd achieve anything out of it and I didn't think it'd be fun and that I'd enjoy it. I just thought it's something that I had to do and something that I was timetabled for. But now after I've done all this, I don't want to leave. I don't want it to finish. I've enjoyed it so much. The staff and the workers have been brilliant. So they're fun and they're up to the same level as us, and they're a laugh and they've helped me a lot since I've come on here. And from that, I think I'll achieve something. Compared to school, this is so much more fun and lively and enjoyable, and you want to do well and you want to achieve something because there's everyone around you that's supporting you and that's saying, yeah, you can do it, and they try and organise it and make it fun, so it's not boring for us young ones. Yeah, I think that since Michelle Scally-Clark's been around us, it's so much better because teachers just nag at you and they just talk and they don't listen to what you've got to say really, and it's just a part of the class. But here Michelle Scally-Clark, she tells you things about her and then she makes you understand and you feel what she's felt in the past and you think, well, if she's done well, then maybe I can do well in the future. Well, definitely, because she's come from a difficult background and she's had a rough life and she's done well. I think it's a good opportunity for people from York to come here because it gives them a bit more inspiration and it makes them feel like they've got a second chance and that they've been given a second chance to do well and to make something of themselves and not to give up for hopes because there's always hopes in the future.
Hi, I'm Michelle Scally Clark. I'm a dub poet and I come from Leeds, and I was asked to provide workshops in which I helped the young people develop lyrics and songwriting skills. I feel that they found a sense of self throughout the workshops, and I think that whenever you do a project like this, you'll see if people want to engage for themselves, you'll see that they blossom. You'll see the beginning, the middle and the end, you know, of a child's empowerment or a young person's empowerment. I don't think there's been necessarily any drawbacks, and I don't think there's anything that should have happened that didn't happen. I think when you're dealing with projects like this and you're dealing with young people that maybe are in probation service or are having problems, then the workshop numbers tend to decrease or increase, and that's quite difficult when you're working towards performance or working towards the production of a CD or something. But like I said initially, the people who wanted to come and wanted to put their all in did. So whether that's 1 or 4 people or 9 people, it doesn't matter, because the results were, you know, the results came out for the people who wanted it. As a dub poet, we work with rhythm, and we work with truth, and we work with emotion. And so these 3 factors are really good when, you know, because when does poetry become a song? When a song become a poem, you know? So in my workshops with these people, I was asking for their truth. And that when you write your own truth, then there's a rhythm to it, you know, not a rhyme necessarily, but a rhythm. And from that you can build up quite quickly into making choruses and verses and things like that. So I think it's quite unconscious learning that you're doing with them, because you're asking them to write something, but you're asking them just to write it in a conversation. And when you start asking people to clear out thoughts and feelings, then you generally do get good pieces of work. And I think because they found their pieces of work quite quickly, or they found what they wanted to do quite quickly, this engaged them from the beginning to want to come back the next week and the next week to finish their track. I think what we have to be, what we really need to be looking at, whether we're artists, whether we're teachers, whether we're social workers, is forms of expression, because that's what's happening at the moment. If people can't express themselves through any arts gauge, then you find that the anger and problems and injustices, you know, well up, and they create other kind of behaviour. They create violent behaviour, they create vandalism, they create, you know, and arts or poetry or dance or spray painting, you know, any of these outlets are brilliant, do you know what I mean, for children to express. I mean, I know that as a child myself, you know, so I think it is needed. And it doesn't matter whether it doesn't matter if the child has disabilities, it doesn't, you know, any child can engage with this, any child. And whether the child can speak the language, English, you know, the language of where he's going to be is irrelevant, because it's about the truth, and the truth comes out through the rhythm. So I've worked with people with interpreters by their side. I've worked with people who are illiterate, but it doesn't matter, because they're telling me the truth. So when you speak, you know, we take it from the page, and then we put it on the stage. We take it up from the page and we put it on the stage, or we spit it out on the page, and we, you know. I think that we need to start getting, I mean, I work in prisons, and what I find really, really frustrating is I do a CYC project with the prisons, and what I find really frustrating is there is so many young people that after the projects are going, that was absolutely great, what can I do now, you know? And the follow-up needs to be just as important as the project itself. When you're organising one project, the next project has to be already up and budgeted for and planned out, or you need to find avenues, you know, for the young people. Say one of them's really good at DJing, scratching and mixing, you know, have to find projects that will relate to each of the person within that project. Then you're backing them up, and then you're not saying, well, this is just a little bit of fun, this is a career move, this is an outlet, this is something that you actually could do. Because I don't think that children from backgrounds such as I work with have that expression of hope, well, you can do this, you can do that, until they meet workshop artists like ourselves and they go, oh, well, she did it, so I can. I think for any projects, or for any future projects, especially of this nature, just coming up with the slight problem we had in maintaining numbers. I think if the project was set up a long time before, even 6 to 8 months before, and if brilliant projects like the Yacht and Sangam worked with projects already existing, and then you could remit the people coming out of young offenders, you could, you know, we'd already have somewhere for them to go, you know. And I don't think travel or anything like that should be, you know, I've done a lot of workshops where I travel all over the place. I just don't think travel should necessarily be an issue. I think if we can keep the young offenders and people who actually excel at this, we can keep them together, then we've got the basis for young people to actually start training other people, you know, and start training each other.
Okay, do you want to do that again?
Not especially. My name is Jed Walker. I've been working as a freelance graffiti artist on the Yacht project with Sangam. I've been working to try and educate a number of young people about the benefits of using graffiti as a tool for self-expression rather than as a form of vandalism. As well as gaining technical skills, young people have seen that actually there's a way of expressing themselves that isn't about lashing out. I think graffiti is quite a good art form in that it's very strong, it's very bold, it's very direct, very accessible, very sort of in your face kind of art form, or it can be. So it can put across very powerful points in a non-violent way, which is something that I think a lot of the young people that have been working on the project weren't used to finding that sort of other avenue for self-expression. I think one of the things about graffiti as an art form is that it's quite a quick process to go through, in terms of there are a lot of art forms that it takes a while of sitting down and preparing things, and it's quite intense, and there's a lot of lead up involved. Graffiti is quite an immediate thing to go with. It's an immediate art form, and I think that young people have learned that they can very quickly pick something up and be able to express themselves in a way that's right for them. It's relevant to them. I think they've probably, as well as learning the technical skills, they've just learned another language, if you like. Really, it's another way of saying things that they need to say. I think one of the things that always works well with young people is having enough lead-in time to develop a bit of a relationship. When you initially work with a lot of young people, there's an element of bravado and not wanting to give over their feelings very easily, because you're an unknown quantity, you're not someone that they're familiar with, you're not their worker, you're not someone who's that closely linked, so it's more difficult to get to the root of what any sort of problem is than if you've got that initial relationship, and sometimes that can probably take a couple of weeks of just sitting around and being involved in fairly easy tasks so that people are just drawing or sketching and they're not having to concentrate that much on what they're doing, but you can chat amongst yourselves then and get to know the young people, and then they're more free about giving up some of their inner reasons for doing what they've done. I think graffiti is a form of self-expression, and so if you can get to know young people better, they are more willing to express feelings that are deeper down, and then once they're expressed, then they're easier to deal with.
Hi, my name's Pauline King and I work for NACRO. I feel this project has benefited Sarah so much. She has actually lived here. Michelle has actually been an inspiration to Sarah, so much so that Sarah convinced me that I should buy her book. She comes alive when she talks about it. She can't wait for Tuesdays, and I think that's something really good, to actually get a kid focused on something so much. She's good with the art, and this has made her focus on that, and she's actually she has lived this. She loves it, and Michelle is an inspiration to her. When she first met Michelle, that's all Sarah spoke about. The next session where I worked with Sarah, she spoke about Michelle constantly. I went a couple of times to see her do the spray painting. She started off moody and didn't like it. When she was convinced that her paintings were good, alive again. But I think she excels at this. Her poetry has made Sarah look at herself and look at what she's done. And in the poem she's done, it says it all. She needs to believe in herself, and I think Michelle and yourselves have given her that thing to look at herself and say, yeah, I'm all right, mate. Instead of thinking, I'm bad, I'm this, I'm not good at this, I'm not. She's got some self-confidence back, and that's good. And if she can stay focused and carry on doing this, I'm sure she'll go far. I feel this type of workshop would benefit other young people because they can actually be honest and be themselves. They don't have to have any inhibitions. They can just talk about what they feel. They can put it on paper. They can put it to music. And let's be honest, this is what young people like to do. You know, this is where we're getting to them, in the music, in the poetry, in the spray painting, stuff like that. It's all stuff that's relevant to the kids of today.
Quite often when I work with young people, for instance, they lack confidence and things like that. My kind of role as a DJ is to just use the DJing as a way, as a tool, to give them new skills and just to also have fun and use music as a tool. Okay, I'm here with Sangam, and what I'm doing is DJ workshops, which basically is using DJing as a tool to work with young people. The whole idea really is to give them new skills, to help them with their confidence, and to basically show them that there is a way they can take positive or even negative things in their lives and use that in a positive way. Okay, with each project that I do, it's a different experience. With this particular project, the group have come a long way in a short space of time. At the beginning, they were very kind of nervous with me, or not even necessarily nervous, but they didn't know me. But now they are very confident in doing a few DJ skills and even speaking with me and even actually performing in front of me, which has been a big development. What I hope that they achieve from this is, A, that they be more confident, believe in themselves, and if they gain new skills from DJing and actually want to be DJing, well, that's really, really good. But it's more about their self-motivation and that they actually move forward in their lives. Each project is a different learning experience. At the end of the day, I come with an open mind when I do a project because I'm always learning. Okay, I'm quite established and I've got quite a lot of experience, but there is always something new to learn. And sometimes it's not directly, but it's indirectly. Basically, you improve as an artist, you improve as a teacher, you find new ways of working, and just little tiny things, which sometimes you don't even notice, but when you look back, you realise that, oh, that's something different. As improvement-wise, I would say that, first of all, it would have been really good if we, as the lead artists, could have been together and had at least some kind of planning, and just to kind of think about what we could do. It would also be nice if the different elements within the project interlinked better. That would have been nice because then we could have achieved a better result.